welcome back to Brighter Shores. We mined White Alabaster for 24 hours. Got 50,000 miner XP and 21.6 bits. Going for level 41. Can mine Alcyon Cabernet ore. Okay. Try to grab one of those here. Get everything off the list. Where's that at? It's just to the south, which is unfortunate because there's not a bridge to get there. We walk there though. It's probably gonna run into a thing in the way in the middle there, but that's fine. Then we're gonna walk all the way back. I'm gonna store all this in the storage rift, which is right here. That'll be good. Just doing this in the in-between times here. And then we're gonna go check out the new quest, Herbalist's Hurdle. At least, probably as much as we can. Yeah, there's the... It's just gonna automatically keep walking us here anyway, so that's fine. I fully expect that we're going to need to level up Forager a bit. Makes sense for new quests to prioritize skills that haven't been trained previously, haven't been needed. See why? Ta-da! Yeah. Welcome back. First time XP. Working on Miner just to be able to get the passive stuff for training Blacksmith up to 60 for the next bit of the next quest we're doing here. We're gonna have to figure out what we want to do for our active training. Currently, options are Blacksmith, and then Merchant and Leatherworker. Kinda. Would be getting us onto good directions for making more progress with other quests. That's fine. In the storage rift, store this one ore and all these. Now we have space. That'd be great. Okay. And this is gonna be... Yep, this is gonna be the last white alabaster we're going to collect. It's used in Rock 42. Stonemason, passive, white alabaster candlesticks, 42. Alright. Well, we get there eventually. It's unfortunate that the quests have needed Bonewright and then Blacksmith, when Stonemason would be what we actually need. Although I think we kind of already have basically the Stonemason level we would need to make our own combat equipment at our current level. Combat, not something we're super worried about. Nah, depends on what the level requirements for some of these bosses at the ends of quests are going to be. Oh, we'll see. Also see how far we can even get into the new quest here. In another 24-ish hours. 22 hours and 49 more minutes, 20.5 boxes, 48,000 miner XP. That's a 43 miner. You can now buy a grade 2 pickaxe. Gives an XP boost of plus 5%. Could do that. That's pretty cool. Stop that. I mean, might as well. I guess, depends what it costs. We got pretty much all the tool upgrades, I think. Special? Grade 2 pickaxe? I mean, plus 5%'s alright. We just really don't enchant the things for the plus a fraction of a percent bonuses. Haven't really needed it so far. How's it all that? Okay. And that's going to be at the store here, so let's teleport to Hopeport. Go do that, and then also we can start the quest. Because that was the plan. That's what we're doing here. Oh, lots to do. We really could speed up getting through all this content if we actually actively played more time. But we're getting through it. It's fine. It's not like content's coming out at too rapid of a pace just yet that we need to be concerned about it. We still have things to do passively. It's working. Okay. I mean, would the pickaxe store be in the mine? I don't know where to get a pickaxe. Anything for free? I don't even know. Let's go to the tools. There's fishing supplies. Is there a pickaxe supply? It might actually be back there in the mine. That would make some sense. There's the forager's warehouse. That's just gonna be foraging stuff. It's fishing stuff here. Okay. In the mine. Where pickaxe store? Like the infusionist. Rocks, pans, and pickaxes. Teleport back to the mine. Previously, every time we've wanted to get a new level of things, it has been the first stuff here, I think. We get a better axe at some point. Hatchet 2, because the hatchets were also there. That does make more sense. Alright. Get the things from the place. There's also gold panning sieves. That's fun. Alright, let's grab ourselves an upgrade here, probably. To you. We got multiple shots in here. 226 silver. That's worth it. We got money. Max of 1. Okay. Future. Costs up to 4 gold for the very fanciest of pickaxes. That's fine. Okay. And now, we head back to Hopeport. And look at the new quest. See how long it is before we don't have a requirement. Which is almost definitely going to be in Forager. Well, at least we'll have information. That's something. Herbalist's Hurdle. Leave at the Critical Care Ward, which is a new place off of the infirmary here. Let's go in there. Always like getting new places discovered. It's a good time. Critical Care Ward. Hey, Norman. Are you okay? This bed is too low. And what does Cooper have to say about it? Are you okay? And Maeve. Aha! Are you the extra pair of hands I requested from Captain DeGreen? I need some help right away. This patient is in critical condition. The captain didn't send me. I'm just kind of here. Typical. Guess my request was ignored after all. Can you help me anyway? Of course. What's wrong? This patient came in delirious, claiming he had been bitten by some sort of snake. Unfortunately, I'm no expert in snakes, and he's fading fast. Oh boy. How can I help? You'll actually help? Fantastic. Okay, snake venom is an area that Ebsworth is more familiar with than I. I've written down this list of symptoms. If you could take it to Ebsworth, I'm hoping he can help. Okay, let's see this. Symptoms. Dear Ebsworth, could you help me out? I have a patient here with a suspected snake bite. He's not in a good way. His symptoms include an orange rash on his torso, delirium, swollen knees, and an elevated temperature. I hope you know what sort of bite it is and have something in stock that can help him. Kind regards, Maeve. Maeve. Okay. Ebsworth. Look over here. So here or down in another place. Darn. And I think Ebsworth is in. That's Nabath. Ebsworth. Say where they are at. Quest, help me. The apothecary. Okay. Not the largest map, but there's quite a few characters all over the place. Ebsworth. There we go. Talk to. What can I do for you? Can't you do any potions? I have a letter from Maeve. Ah, let me see it. Suspected snake bite, eh? An orange rash on his torso, delirium, swollen knees. It's odd, but the symptoms indicate the patient was bitten by a Tamoxin mamba. I wonder where he came into contact with one of those. Will he be okay? I don't know, Sir Arctic. Tamoxin mamba bites can be deadly. There is a cure, but I will require some help concocting an antidote. An exotic bite like that requires a cure containing some exotic ingredients. What do we need? I need a Luna fruit and a Siren's scale. Where can I find a Siren's scale? They're very hard to get a hold of. Great. My old friend, Jornara, used to have one or two in stock back when she ran the Forager's warehouse. Since then, Ella has taken over the warehouse. She only really sells foraging tools. She doesn't bother with exotic foraged items. It's a bit of a shame, but maybe she has some old stock. Ella and I don't get on, so it's better you go. I'll see what I can do. And where can I get a Luna fruit? The Luna fruit grows on the very rare Luna fern. Luna ferns aren't native to Hopeport, but I know Zelte Tremagan brought one back from an expedition to the Tamoxin jungle. Hopefully he'll be able to help you. Okay. So this is possibly hinting at a place called the Tamoxin jungle. Weaving in some future stuff. Very good. Okay. Town Square, Zelte, and the Forager's Warehouse. Right here in Town Square. Zelte. Potion reagents. Get your potion reagents here. Freshly foraged for you. And I do appreciate it. You've been very helpful. I'm told that you might have a Luna fern. Aha! You've heard of my grand adventures, have you? Yes, I heard you found it on an expedition. I don't like to brag too much, but it's one of many wondrous things I discovered during my journey into Tamoxin jungle. I saw a huge ancient temple. It's the biggest building I've ever seen. So you still have the fern? Oh, I gave that as a gift to Lord Branoff. I thought it would be wise to get into his good books. I've not yet seen any upside from that decision, though. The fern is now planted in his back garden, I think. I don't think I've seen his back garden. It's been a while, but he certainly had one last time I was there. I'd be surprised if it had gone anywhere. To the back garden. Which is, of course, going to have additional steps. Branoff's back garden. Just new places just keep opening up. For quests. That's good. You gonna just let us in? Just gonna march on through. Oh, it's a secret bookcase. One of the books looks out of place. Do you want to pull it? Yes. Of course I do. Secret bookcase. Hey, don't touch that. Oops, sorry. I want to touch it though. The door is locked. Let me in. Go in. Can I have the key to this door? You help me with my little problem. Turns out you're one of the more useful guards. I try my best. It may seem strange, but this palace have a back garden. What's the door hidden behind the bookcase? Technically, yes, but for all practical purposes, no. Why do you ask, Sir Arctic? I heard it contained a rare plant called a Luna fern, and its fruit to cure a fatally poisoned person. The fern is indeed within the garden, but we sealed it for everyone's safety. Oh, what do you mean by that? Why? What peril lies out there? Years ago, Lord Branoff had a pet cat, but some strange evil befell it, and the creature turned feral. The Lord refused to have it destroyed, so it was banished to the garden. Over the years, the evil within the cat festered and grew. Now it has become a truly fearsome beast. Some even say it's been breeding and there are more cats now. We even tried to hide the garden door behind a bookcase, but apparently not very well because you discovered it already. Classic. Doing stuff before. And that wasn't even with a guide. It's always funny when because you used a guide, but we just found it already. Can I go into the garden? I think I can handle a cat. You're a braver man than I. Okay, you can go in. Gives us the key. You take this key, it opens that door over there. Oh, and try not to kill the cat if you can help it. But Brenoff wouldn't be happy. He still has some strange attachment to it. So here is the key. The garden key. Alright. Let us see how strong this is going to be. For reference, we are combat 104. Here's something behind the door. Something horrible? It's going to be something horrible. It's a cat. Brenoff garden. Pile of rats. Chair. Lunafern. Okay. Can we just use the pile of rats? Yuck, a pile of rat corpses has been gathered in the middle of the garden. Can we maybe do something to lure the cat into the pile of rats? So I'm sure just going up to this Lunafern is not going to work. It's also just along the river here. Look at that. I can't currently see over to other places quite that way. Even though it did be right there. Alright, here goes nothing. Oh, it's not too bad. Feral cat, level 66. Cat really doesn't like you. Boss monster. Just lure it over to the rats. Let's run a attack there. We're not supposed to kill the cat. It's not like it's out of combat though. Dodge that. It does look concerning. Oh, it's got additional friends. Feral cat minion. Well, it's munching on this to heal back up. Okay. Feral cat minion is also level 66. Need to defeat the minions fast enough. We're just gonna keep on calling more minions. We also use a potion here. Next minion. Beat it down. We have these potions for you. 35% is not too bad. Huh. I'm just concerned that we need to kill the minions before the boss full heals here. Maybe it has less of a pile of rats. It'd be kind of a phased fight kind of a deal. Good hit there. Oh. Touch that. And feral demon cat has left. That's probably fine. I can worry about that too much. Alright. 43 forager to pick the fern. Good to know. 43. And we are 26. So a little bit away. That's a little bit. Definitely doable though. Inform people of what we've done. Useful guards. Which is the core who you didn't get going. Nothing else to say about that. We haven't finished getting the fern yet. Lord Branoff, how's it going? When there are several red robe sorcerers, most chance to recharge to Misty Hills, Motel, Stonemaw. Yep. That's just about Stonemaw. Well, that is still ongoing. Work in progress, etc., etc. Yeah. Knew we would run into a forager requirement here. So, that's alright. Real question is, are we going to need to do the alchemy at the end here? Is that gonna be a problem? We already finished the Brenoff Inheritance 5-star quest with the higher alchemist requirement. Well, there's a new place back here. I'm seeing you. Locked door that I haven't seen before. I'm gonna open it. We're just too eager. Welcome to the Forager's Warehouse. Can I interest you in some foraging equipment? Told you I might have some siren scales. That's what I'm really interested in right now. I don't think so. I only sell foraging tools, and that doesn't sound like a tool. Would you like to take a look at my range of foraging equipment? The shop used to sell scales. Maybe have some old stock. Now you mention it, that does sound like the sort of gubbins that the previous owner of this establishment was into. The stockroom back there is packed full of her old junk. I should sort through all of it one day. Maybe I could help tidy up. Actually, that sounds like an alright idea. Yeah, sure. You can go into the stockroom. Tell you what, if you can find one of those scale things in there, you can keep it. Alright. How bad could it be? It's pretty bad. Siren scale. Crate. Aha. There it is. A rare scale. You can't just pick it. Crate. Info. Movable crate. Push and pull. We can only push it right now. It's also just in little grooves here. I have to push it. It's the only option. Then pull this crate. Not too many options of ways to mess this up. Get stuck back here. Probably gonna get stuck back here. Movable crates. Okay. Could push this way. We could get to this and then get around to that side. We can always pull it back too, so that's fine. Push this crate. Push this. Let's keep on pushing it. What else we all got in here? Piles and piles of different stuff. Does this count as tidying up, just pushing some crates? And from here we can push this crate. Well, we really need to do that. It's fine. We need to do that so we can get past it. Get to here. And pull this crate, yeah. Pull it again. And around we go. Okay. Siren scale. No level requirement for that. Just a puzzle. Alright. So we just need 43 forager. Okay. But of course that's going to take a little bit. We are going to need these things here. It's not a regular thing here. It's not going to be any of these sections. It's just a quest item. And we're not going to get to the next monument piece either. That's kind of fine. I'm going to do passives here. We're going to get a bunch of stuff we don't need anymore. Like the slugs and the sea potatoes. So we kind of just skip that with active training. That might not be the worst idea. Would also give us a reason to do some active training. Okay. Yeah, slippy sea slugs and warty sea potatoes. We already used those for other things, so I think we're kind of past it. Let's just make sure that we don't need these for anything so we can safely ignore them. There's also the blotchy maggots. We can't see what they do in here, but we could see what they do in here. Slippy sea slugs. There's the 53 fishing one needs slippy sea slugs still. And we are 58. So we just need a few more slippy sea slugs, which we can just purchase and it's fine. We'll need like half a level. We could also just actively train that. Finish that up. Anything else needs slippy sea slugs? Worms. Maggots. These are the blotchy maggots. Is that the next one? Foraging. Passive blotchy maggots. 38. I don't really need those. Grubs. Blotchy maggots at 31. Blotchy maggots at 65. So once we get to the blotchy maggots, that's actually useful at 38. We'll do that to finish off our forager training. And the warty sea potatoes was a potion thing. Let's check here with him. Trade. Not future items. Warty sea potatoes. Those are for the 26 alchemist ones. So yeah, we don't need any of those. We also obviously really don't need any of the active training stuff. Or maybe we do. Green huckberries and king flame potatoes? I don't know. Common limpets. Just need to get to 38. Foraging, whatever here. So this looks like it's gonna be huckberries and then potatoes. But there's nothing else in here we need by any means. So I'm gonna say what these are used for on this card here. Some of these cards seem like they're missing some information. Okay. We need to get to 29 before we can even do the hogberries here. Could set up some forager combos or something. Hogberries at the monument and crater. Potatoes at the field and monument. Just gather one set of things. That'd be the simplest way to do it. It's wild that we're level 26. Until level 29, the only active thing would be the starfish. We can also technically do the monument pieces. Just keep doing that. Isn't there a shop here we could sell those to or something? We don't need anything else for anything else, so just continue to do monument pieces would work just as well. Right here. Monument piece, use a fallen monument. Sell unknown items. Maybe a little bit. We run back and forth. There's a monument storage spot here. You have to run them back and forth between here. That's super worth it. Would be more experienced than the starfish, possibly. We have the storage spot right here, so that's doable. Starfish Point, Jellyfish Landing. It's right here, and then the storage is here. That's not even bad. And how much would these be worth, potentially? Probably something. Maybe. Maybe something, probably. We have to run back and forth through here to sell the stuff. Or just keep it in storage, and not really care about it. That's also an option. Let's go see how much experience a starfish is, and how much experience a monument piece is. Also a thing to consider would be the fact that we don't need to get into combat if we just collect the starfish here. We also collect the kelp, which is really not worth it. Starfish, 141 XP. That's fine. And info, sell for 400. I think these are probably worth more than the monument pieces anyways. This is probably going to be the best bet here. We gather starfish. Keep gathering them. And then run back to the start of the starfish. So yeah. This until 29, essentially. It's not even really that far. And we're going to need plenty more knowledge points, so using this as necessary could get us pretty far here. If we look at our current rewards in the knowledge points. We need to get the next forager and the next chef and the next miner, which is also helpful and important for the other quests we're doing. If we're going to be actively training a whole bunch of forager here, that'll get us good progress towards getting to be able to actually finish this quest here. So that might be more of the idea. Just storing all these starfish. That'll be fine. Let's work here. This starfish. Yeah, I think this will work. In general, in general, it should. It's only 95 thing we can't pick up. There is like mega efficient ways of doing loops of things or something. less running back across places where you're waiting for things to respawn. Then you actually end up back at a storage point once you're done. Requires all sorts of different levels and different things. Not to worry about making things too complicated for myself here. What I think I'm gonna do is just collect a whole bunch of these. And any other noteworthy level ups? I need to get that in. 32 also doesn't really matter. Basically just need to get to 38. And from 38 to 43, that's not even too long, realistically. Assume we get enough knowledge points for all of that. It should be fine. So we're doing active training until 29, no, not even 29. 38. That's gonna be quite a bit. We should be able to get some good stuff out of that. I guess the other question is, if we run out of things to spend knowledge points on, do we continue actively training? Probably not. We can save up the 200%. But it would definitely not be worth it to overdo stuff. So do like a combination of working on active training this to 38 to get the knowledge points that we're going to need for other things. And then getting things to spend knowledge points on in... Well, we're also going to get things to spend knowledge points on in Forager. We also have other things we still have, and Miner, and Blacksmith. There's also still Leatherworker and Merchant and everything. We have no shortage of things we could spend some knowledge points on. And things to continue working on. So, combination of those, and just working towards being able to pick this fern. That should be pretty good. We'll get somewhere. We'll do what we can. Yeah, I think we're going to get the full 200% here. Then start up waiting. We can even keep going even longer if we wanted to. Depends how we're doing. Okay. Yeah, basically that's the idea. We pick up a whole bunch of starfish, and we're just going to bring them back here. We could drop them or something if we really don't need them, which we don't. For level 8 potions. It also seems like a hassle though. I can just run over here and throw them all in storage. That's fine too. And unlike the monument pieces, which might be better XP, there's no enemies that can attack us. This makes things nice and easy. Actively having to do stuff, but at least it's easy. Good enough for me. Okay. So we will have to see precisely how far we get in various skills, combos of active and passive things. If we can get this quest done, or if it's going to take longer as we do more things and get more knowledge points we need to spend on other things to do more things, etc., etc. We will see how we get on. Next time. Goodbye.